Back in 2010, my mate Steve got me a copy of Minecraft's Alpha. For the next year, it was a game that I must have lost hundreds of hours in, not to mention a few sixth form grades as well. But after that year, and the full release of Minecraft, I ran out of things to do in the game. It was only when the modding community jumped on Minecraft that my love for that game consumed me. The game had turned from a chill mining simulator and survival experience with a unique but well introduced crafting mechanic into a mass automation, tech progression, efficiency driven, world consuming wet dream. This year, Viper and the same Steve convinced me to buy Factorio. And buying it was a bad idea. For someone who loves automation and finds that they can lose hours and hours in adjusting their setup for the best efficiency, Factorio is everything and more. It turns the automation of modded Minecraft up to 11 and just keeps going. It feels so good to stand back and watch the automation flow from ore to the end product. It's art in itself. With these Beat 2 games being so well received, is there room for Satisfactory in this gaming space? Is Satisfactory just too late to the party, or does it bring a new and exciting feel and perspective to the automation and efficiency genre? That's what we're here to find out. Back at E3 2018, Satisfactory was shown to the world. When I watched the reveal trailer, I have to say, it went on my games to watch list immediately. I signed up for the alpha within minutes of it going live, and now if you jump forward 9 months, I have had the chance to play early alpha build of the game, before its early access release on the Epic Store on the 19th of March. So far, I have played the game for about 4.5 hours, worked through some basic crafting, automation, and some exploration on the handcrafted world, and ran into a few bugs. You start the game in a drop pod, and right from the get-go, the presentation and quality is clear. Even for a game that is so far doesn't have a story, it still does a great job in building a universe for you to play. It does this via a corporation that has sent you to the planet. This corporation can be seen everywhere, from when you load into the game via your HUD, to the voice in your head telling your next task, and the look of the buildings you are crafting. The game does a great job of making you feel part of a bigger team, like there is a ship in orbit that is there to support you via drop pods and other means. Before I get engrossed in what I think this game does well, there are a few things that I think they need to improve on. This was an alpha test after all, so here's my feedback. For some context, I'm running an i7-6700K at 4.2 GHz overclocked, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM with an 980 Ti GPU. So I would say it's probably a medium spec PC, with the bottleneck being the GPU. The settings page was bare, with not a massive range of settings for customization. I would say this needs to be improved before full release. Improving this would also help with the optimization. At this moment, the game doesn't run well. I was running the game on ultra textures and view distance, post-processing down to low, and anti-aliasing or AA on medium. This was because I wanted to show the graphics off to the stream and for this video, but the frame drops I was getting were consistent, and I never got a stable frame rate. If I was not streaming the game, or if I wasn't making a video, I would have put the game down to low settings just to let myself have a stable frame rate. My other issue was the UI. The game does have a hotkey system, but it only uses it for some construction items. I could not find a way of adding items to that hotkey system, like my weapon or the scanner. I would have to swap these out in the inventory every time, so when I was running into a combat situation, it was just a pain. I'm not going to talk about bugs that much. I ran into some, not very many at all, I think 2. Neither of them were game breaking. A quick back to the main menu fixed 1, and not building conveyor belts on top of myself was a fix for the other. But even then, if I did get stuck inside of a conveyor belt, I could just deconstruct it and reassemble it. It wasn't a problem at all. I didn't have any crashes. The alpha build was better than some AAA game full releases, so pretty good in my opinion. When you jump out of your drop pod, you will be met with an instantly engaging world, beautiful and unique at the same time. The design of the wildlife and the look of the crafted mountains and valleys will have you constantly exploring. You will find new creatures to hunt and new friends to love. Over every cliff there will be a new shiny object to inspect and gather. With the added multiplayer, you will always have one mate asking you to run over here and look at the new item they found. I found running back to base hard because every time I would find a new doohickey or thingamajig. Even though this is an early access game, the environment didn't seem boring and stale like most early access games do. I know for a fact there is much more to see. I was always seeing things in the background I wanted to check out. This does remind me of Minecraft, where exploring is very important to find new items, but Satisfactory's world is handcrafted, and due to that fact, feels so much more engaging. Automation is the name of the game. It uses a system very similar to Factorio, where conveyor belts ship items from one place to another. Just like Factorio's, this game has a very busy vibe to it, where you can see all the moving components feeding items from machine to machine. It makes your factory you are building come alive. But due to the first person point of view, it's not quite as easy to organise as the game like Factorio. In this way, it takes something away from the game. But as you think it's a downside, the game turns into a bonus. You can build large towers to inspect your living machine, keeping an eye out for bottlenecks in your design. When I first unlocked the lookout tower, I was confused as to its usefulness. But it didn't take long for me to understand that this is an incredible observation tool, like a manager expecting his workforce. For the whole of this video, I've been comparing this game to Minecraft and Factorio, but there are a few things that Satisfactory does leaps and bounds better than both of the previously mentioned games. This is animation and perspective. All the animations in this game, from the hands and pulling out items to the thrusters moving on the dropships when they come into land, are expertly crafted. I don't think me talking about them can really do them justice, so I'll just show you. More than any other animation, there is one that shows off both the animation and the sense of perspective this game gives you. In a matter of seconds, it makes you feel both powerful, but also gives you a realization of how small you truly are. If you have played a game like Factorio, I personally think this game is a must-buy for you. It feels familiar, like coming home for Christmas, but also fresh and new. The first person view and the sense of scale you get in Satisfactory is like nothing else I have found. I think this is the perfect balance between Minecraft and Factorio. But I will not be buying on day one early access. I think there is a lot of work to do in the way of content. I think this game is good to have a good 10-15 hours, but with the number of games that are out this month and next, as well as games like Factorio, I have so much at the moment to play that I don't need a 10 to 15 hour experience for 30 quid. Satisfactory still has a little bit to go. I don't think the game is going to be an early access shitstorm. I think this game, like RimWorld, is going to be one of the games that shows devs how to do early access properly. So therefore, I would say it's a safe bet to put your money in early. I will be keeping my ear to the ground and watching this game very, very closely. And as soon as the game can give me a good 30 hours of efficiency fun, I'll be supporting the devs in early access. Thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please hit the subscribe button. And yeah, in the comment section below, tell me if you liked the video, why you liked the video, and if you didn't, tell me why as well. I'm always looking to improve. Cheers, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around.